That Zen life is whole health, wellness, and healing.
That Zen life is definitely recovery.
That Zen life es comunidad.
That Zen life is self-care.
I needed to change my life. I didn't want to live in fear anymore. I didn't want to worry anymore. I didn't want to live in panic or anxiety anymore. I wanted to make sure that I got back to who I really was, which was I'm happy, I'm joyful, I'm peaceful, I'm loving, I'm sassy, and I'm fun. Everybody needs somebody. Everybody needs somebody. I don't care who you are, what you're going through. When you are going through something and you're in the trenches of it, you feel like nobody else is going through what you're going through. And I promise you that is not true.
Hello. Good morning, everyone.
It's a lot of us taking care of everybody else except taking care of ourselves. And that's what I saw myself doing. I saw myself taking care of my kids. I was workaholic. I was taking care of my husband. I was taking care of my friends. I was taking care of my grown kids. And I wasn't taking care of me.
Welcome back. Hey everyone, welcome to That Zen Life Wellness Foundation. I'm here. My name is PerCilla Zeno. Good morning, Simon.
Good morning.
My name is PerCilla Zeno. I am the Healing Partner. I'm also the author of I Am Healing, the 7 Secrets to Wellness and Self-Care. And I'm here with my co-host, Simon.
Hi, I'm Simon Timm, and I am the author of An Introduction to the Self-Salutation and the Self-Salutation series.
Yes.
Thank you. Great to be with you.
Yes. And we also have one of our awesome volunteers, David Hodge. David, you want to introduce yourself?
Hi guys, I'm David Hodge, peer recovery. I'm David Hodge, peer recovery specialist and volunteer on the foundation.
So we have lots to talk about today, so I hope you guys are ready to get into it. There's a ton of content right now that we're going to get into. I hope you guys are ready. The subject that we're talking about is, when is the vision okay? So we know that our country is in divide. We're just literally, I don't want you guys to think about this live right now. I just want us to have an open dialect, an open conversation about what's going on right now. How is it affecting our mental health? How do we get to the next step? All of that. So I'm going to just kind of share a few things about how I feel about what's going on. I think the number one thing that really stood out for me with regards to the mental health, lots of things stood out. Definitely, how people were treated, as they were storming into the Capitol. Me checking in with myself. I actually got a little bit depressed. That is the true statement. I actually got a little bit depressed when I saw how the difference between how the Black Lives Matter people were treated and how these people were treated. I was very,
Absolutely.
And I think the thing about it is that it's not like this wasn't there. Like, this is not new news. We know that there's some systemic racism. We know that.
Yeah, of course.
But the thing about it is that it was so blatant in our face. And I think I got a little bit depressed because I guess, I didn't realize I don't even know how I didn't realize, but it's just all of that coupled with.
It's a new level. It is a
Yeah.
new level of it,
Yeah.
it's a new level of the manifestation of it, to see officers helping people storm the Capitol. I mean,
Right.
that's
Right.
shocking.
Right.
That's a new level for
Right.
sure.
Right.
For sure.
Right.
It's a problem that we've seen and that we've known about and that we've talked about, but that's a new level of it.
Right. Right. And before we really like dive in, I just want to make this very clear, okay, as we go into this conversation. I'm having this conversation because I talk about this all the time, I am a retired Navy wife, okay? I travel with my husband around the world to help make sure that my my country was safe. So when my husband served, I served too.
Yeah.
Making sure that everything was held down so that he didn't have to think about that one thing while he was out taking care of his country. So when I see stuff like this happening, I'm pissed. I'm pissed. But I think the mental health wise, I had to try to figure out how I was going to come out of this depression. I want to talk about what sent me into a little bit of depression. What sent me into a little bit of depression was the fact that you had public servants, just as these same public servants that we have in the Congressional House, public servants, firemen, policemen, nurses. This is who were storming the Capitol. So mental health wise for me, I was asking myself, who the freak can I trust? Who can I trust? Can I trust my doctor? Can I trust my nurse? Can I trust my nurse practitioner? Can I trust my peer recovery support specialist? Who the freak can I trust? Who can I trust? As I'm reaching out to people that I think can help me, who the freak can I trust? That's what was going on. I'm dying to know what was going on in you guys' minds. What was it that you guys were kind of tapping into while all this whole thing was going on?
David, do you want to share?
Like, do you have any, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Where,
I'll
David, were
hop in
you?
here. So what's up?
I couldn't hear you. I think we lost you for a second. Can you hear us?
I was really surprised by it. I can hear you.
Okay.
I was super surprised by it. It was definitely shocking.
What was the one thing, though, that really kind of grabbed you? Like, you know what I'm saying? The thing that really grabbed you.
The thing that grabbed my attention the most is the lack of preparation. Because when we had the Black Lives Matter protests a few months ago, they were out there hours before the protesters even got in the area. And this time they got...
Okay, I think we lost him a little
before
bit.
the curfew was in effect.
Yeah, he's breaking out. But I agree with him. That was the bigger shocker for me as well, was a lack of prep. Just the fact that it was possible. How did they not know? And it turns out they did know. Right. There was lots of advance warning. And, I think what could only be responsible for the real issue was there were people in very high levels that wanted this to happen, and that just shows a deep level of division and the reality, bringing us back to our topic today of the profound division that's in our country right now, and how deep it goes, all the way up to the members of Congress tweeting out that a member of Congress tweeting out that Nancy Pelosi had left the chamber. Yeah.
I mean, it's the whole thing. And I just saw Renee's comment. She said the selfie the cop took with the terrorist. Yeah. So it's like, when I think about, how I hear a lot, and I wanted to have this conversation because we are hearing a lot about us trying to come back together and how we can, you know, come back as a whole, and how we can, you know, become more one and of a unit. And I'm all for that. Renee said, you're absolutely correct, Simon. They wanted it to happen. Yeah. So the thing about it is that, you know, as we kind of move into this space, mental health wise, I'm just like, aren't we kind of doing something like, we keep talking about this, how do we move back? I'm all for that, as I know we all are, right? We're all for that. But at the same time, aren't we kind of sending the wrong signals when we're watching policemen and firemen and nurses and people that are out there that are doing things that we know aren't right, but those are the people that are supposed to be looking out for us? So, like, what, you know what I'm saying? Like, aren't we sending the wrong kind of message? Shouldn't we be tapping into something else?
Yeah. like before there's unity, there has to be some reconciliation here. There has to be some accountability. There has to be people take, there has to be some taking action. I mean, that has to happen. You can't just, there's no reconciliation. There's no unity without, just by not dealing with terrorists. There's no, you don't get unity just by saying, okay, now we can just go forward. You know, you tried you put a gallows up and tried, and ran in with zip ties, hoping to capture people and execute people. Right. And now it's just time to move on.
Right. No. And we have to, it's so important that I feel like, as we, being a peer recovery specialist, we're told to when we connect with people, okay, we have to be authentic about, where we are. All right. And when you're connecting with the public, even as a community health worker, I have to be authentic. I have to be honest about, you know what I'm saying, how they feel, how I feel. But of course, making sure that, we're moving into a positive direction, right? Okay. Mm-hmm. So with all of that, I think the thing that we need to be clear about is to also be honest and truthful about how we need to connect with people. And if we're going to be coming together, let's have these really challenging conversations about where we need to go. Okay, so I wanted to kind of like freelance this, and also those of you who are out there listening, if there are some things or some tips that you want to throw out there, we are going to post them up today. Okay, but the first thing that I want to say is I want people to understand that right now, what's going on, especially if you are having some mental health challenges, and with what's going on, and you're having a hard time connecting with the people that you're working with, this is the question is, when is division necessary? Division is necessary. Now, this is me answering the question. I'm gonna get everybody on the panel to answer this question. But for me, division is necessary when it comes to my mental health. That means I get to ask the necessary questions to my doctor. Sir, how do you feel about what happened in the Capitol? If my doctor does not answer, or if he refuses to answer, or if he decides that he has taken the stance with the people who stormed into the Capitol, I have the right as his patient to change my freaking doctor and change it to someone who really does have my best interest at hand. This is so important. I don't care if it's your doctor. I don't care if it's your nurse practitioner. Listen, stop giving our money to mental health providers who are not looking out for your best interests, even when it comes to the color of your skin, because that also is a part of your mental health. If they can't take care of you, if they don't care about you, how can they take care of you? Okay? Same goes for your peer recovery specialist. I know that I'm going to get some calls today. It's okay. I'm ready. Bring them on today. I'm ready. Okay? At the end of the day, if you have a peer recovery specialist that It's okay to have your differences, but I don't want to connect with someone who doesn't have my best interest in hands when it comes to the color of my skin. You have to connect with people who love you, who want to care for you, who want to make sure that you win in every area of your life, mentally, educationally, spiritually, emotionally, all of that. You cannot tell me that you are running into the Capitol because you feel some kind of way about how I look, and then tell me you want to help me as a mental health provider or as a peer recovery specialist. That's my rant.
Thank you. Yeah. That's a really important message in this time, and and it shows the depth of the division that we're in right now. I think we're at the, and this is just the start. I'm sorry to say.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to say, but this is really just the start, because we're entering a road of division. This isn't going to clear out, because of an inauguration. God willing, that inauguration takes place.
Right.
This is not. There's no short-term fix.
No.
I mean, that man went on went down to Alamo, Texas.
Right.
Last week to send a very clear message, and on the way said everything I said was appropriate, perfectly appropriate. This is not stopping now. I mean, that's not me saying, out for vengeance. That's me just saying,
this is where we are.
Unfortunately, there's no, number 45 is not in touch with reality.
Right. No, definitely not.
And is not going to be reined in anytime soon. Yeah.
Yeah. What were we going to say, David?
I have a question for you guys. Do you feel like we should be starting from a place of healing ourselves first before we try to concentrate on how to fix the overall social problem we're having? Because everyone right now is having their own anxieties, depressions, and feelings from this situation. I think it would be best for everybody to work on themselves first before trying to ways of how to fix it.
Yeah, no. I think that's I think that the first thing is, it's okay to ask questions from those who are serving you. We need to make sure that we're doing that. And then also too, I think that we also must kind of make an effort to take care of ourselves. And it's going to start with first asking those questions that you need to ask from the people that are serving you. I mean, at the end of the day, those billing codes, those medical billing codes are paying their paychecks. So if the doctor is not if he can't align with making sure that he really does care for you, if the policemen and the nurses and all of that, if they can't do that, find the people who can. So yes, I do agree with you, David. We definitely have to start with ourselves first. But when you start with yourself first, and Simon, let me know if it sounds a little bit off. But I feel like when we start with ourselves first, it means first tapping into what it is that we need, right?
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. And I think there's an element of healing also. I think, David's absolutely right. Just that taking the time necessary. Like, listen, if you're having challenges, if you're feeling depression, if you're feeling intense anxiety, there's a good reason for that. This is that we're experiencing racial trauma in our society in a massive scale.
Right.
Those people wore Camp Auschwitz. I mean, come on! Like, what sick, deranged group is it that has that's promoting that?
Right.
And so. What to speak of just the Confederate flag all over the place? That didn't even happen during the Civil War. The Confederate flag, coming into the Capitol.
Right.
So
Right.
so we're at a crazy time. We're seeing the betrayal of so many authorities in our society,
Right.
and we know this is racialized. This
Yeah.
is racial. This is racialized trauma. This is a race war.
Right.
And at the heart of it here.
Right.
And so yeah, if you're feeling depressed, if you're feeling anxious, if you're feeling fearful of that, there's a very good reason, and it's absolutely completely necessary
Right.
to take the time that you need
Right.
to get the healing, to get the support, to
Yes.
get whatever it is that you need to process this and to heal from this to come, because maybe for PerCilla, you're an incredibly strong person, resilient and strong person. So for you to step forward and draw your boundaries, and that's that probably comes a lot more easily than for some people who
I think who are kind of like more what do you call it, an introvert. But I will say this though, Simon, I will say this. A lot of times when people see this, okay, I don't want anyone to get this misconstrued with being the angry black woman. This is not me being the angry black woman. This is me being an angry human being about what's going on right now. Okay? And I am doing my most positive thing, which is to put the information out about the things that we can do to because a lot of times we get on here and we're people are like, there are things that are happening in the world, and oftentimes we may get down or we may get depressed. Like I expressed earlier, I got a little bit depressed when I saw what was happening, and we can get down and out about it, but at the end of the day, what are we going to do? And so this is my way of expressing what it is that I can do, to what information can I put out that's going to be positive to the world in order for them to help give them a little bit of their power back. And you can take your power back by just making sure that you're choosing the right providers. Choose the right providers. Now, the other thing I want to say is, I am not telling anyone to fire your doctor. I'm telling you to change your doctor if the doctor is all for what happened on January 6th. That's what I'm saying. Do not get rid of your doctor. Let me just say that right now. Don't get rid of your doctor. Just change your doctor if he is okay with what happened on January 6th. And he doesn't really have any real care for people that don't look like him.
Yeah.
Because that's where we are right now. And I want us to be very transparent as possible, because, if we keep singing this song and dance like, let's have this kumbaya moment and just forget that all happened, it has to start somewhere. That has to start somewhere, and we have to do positive things that are going to move us in that direction. And so one of the positive things that we can do without going out and, listen, we got people every day on social media talking about, okay, I am locked and loaded, okay? We're not doing that here at That's in Life Wellness Foundation. What we're doing here is we're giving you tools on what you can do positively. The first steps to move into a different direction, so that, what I'm saying, we can stop putting our funding into people that have no care for us. Because that's how I felt, Simon. I felt, I don't know about you and David, but I just felt like, we had, I was blown away by the amount of policemen that were allowing people to just come through. I was also very, very grateful for the policemen. I can't remember the David, do you know the name of the guy who was at the bottom of the stairs, and he was just kind of guiding the people in the right direction to kind of guide them away from where the senators. Do you know the name of the guy? I don't know what the name of the guy is.
I can't remember his name.
I can't remember his name.
But he's being recognized as a hero.
Right.
Absolutely.
He is. Yes, he is recognized. He is one of our. He's a hero for what he did, and for all of the other policemen that were, there. And I mean, my God, the Caucasian policeman who was just like smashed in, trying to hold this crowd from getting in. I mean, these are the people that I salute, because at the end of the day, not all cops are bad. Okay, not all doctors are bad. Not all nurses are bad. Not all peer recovery specialists are bad. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, we just have those select few. Because, I mean, Simon, the thing that boggles me is that they make it seem as though, let's be clear, there were how many people that voted for Trump? Like, there were like a 700...
75. 70...
I think it was like
700,000 or something like that.
75. I think it's a million.
75,000.
75.
I said 75 million.
Yeah, 75 million. Okay. Let's be clear. 75 million people did not storm the Capitol. Okay? It might have looked like that, guys. But 75 million people did not storm the Capitol. You know why? Because not all of those people who voted for Trump are actually on the side of storming the Capitol.
Yeah. No,
we need to say that, because I know that it's easy to just say everybody. That's an easy thing to say. Everybody doesn't feel that way. There are some people who voted for Trump but did not feel as. What'd you say? What'd you say,
I feel
David?
like that wake up call for that. I feel like that wake up call for their voter base took too long.
Yeah. I do. Yes.
Yeah, like 4 years too long.
Right.
It's like, oh my God, these dangers to our society. You should notice that before it happens.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. No, most definitely. And I think that, we still have to be okay with, understanding, like, okay, we're not going to always agree on everything. Mm-hmm. I mean, I have friends that voted for Trump. Mm-hmm. We're still cool, though. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, those same people, hopefully, they're not okay with them storming the Capitol. Because we have a democracy in place, and we have to be able to align with I am making sure that the people that I am connected with, I'm sorry, I hear a little bit of an echo. The people that I'm connected with that take care of my health, that they are, that they are making sure that they are taking care of me, and I know that they are wanting to take care of me, that they want to see me well. Mm-hmm. They want to see me well. I don't want to align my mental health with someone who does not have the same interest with regards to that. I just feel like there's a real thing. So, but go ahead. We're gonna say.
Oh no, I want to hear your butt first, and then I want to. There's.
I was just gonna say that. But it starts with me. It starts with me. It goes right back to what David was saying earlier about, should we be making an effort to heal ourselves first? Absolutely, we should be making an effort to heal ourselves first, and it starts with us. What will we tolerate? What will we stand for?
Yeah, and that's exactly leads to the thing that I was going to say, actually, which is that that brings me to the point that I wanted to make, which is that we're in a world right now where suddenly we don't know who we can trust. Actually, we never knew that, but actually we never knew that. Now
right.
It's just become really apparent how important that is to know.
Right. Right.
And but there's one person that we can trust, and that's yourself.
Yes.
And this is actually something that was part of the when I was a Hindu monk. This is something that was really an interesting part of the tradition, was that I wasn't so kind of familiar with growing up in a Christian context. And it was that the idea there was there was a very strong kind of emphasis there that in the end, you're born alone and you die alone.
Right.
You in the end, it's really between us and and God. But so we can rely on people in this world in one sense, but in another sense, there's a way where you're your ultimate authority, and that's good. You can you can trust yourself. You do have the wisdom to know, like intuitively, like, is this person someone that I can trust? You can trust your own instinct in that.
Yeah.
You can trust your own sense of that.
Yeah.
And you can trust in your own profound inherent wisdom. Within your heart, you have a wellspring of insight and wisdom about your own strength, your own power, your own safety, and you can enter into your heart and experience that in profound ways in meditation.
Yes, definitely. I think that meditation can bring us to a place of, kind of coming back to a oneness, and a more clear state, just having that kind of clarity. And I do understand that in some instances with regards to mental health, that there are times where people, because of their mental health challenges, they don't trust themselves. And in those instances, I'm sure that there are some points, if not, it's not that you can't reach out, but there are some points of and when I say points, people right, that you can reach out to just, what I'm saying? Like, what do they call it? Things that you can bounce off of. Hey, do you think, I'm feeling really anxious and uneasy today. I'm not really trusting my judgment. Or I was thinking of, storming up to the Capitol and, what I'm saying, taking a rifle and, do you think that'll be all right? When you have thoughts like those, you might want to check with somebody on that one. You might want to check with somebody on that one. So if you feel like, what I'm saying, like you can't trust, go ahead, just say, David.
I just want to say just real quick, usually like people think that, or people may think we just come up here and like talk about things that might not have to do with us. That situation you just mentioned, you and I had like that Wednesday evening. Bouncing things off of each other.
Yes, yeah.
It's like something, you were like, hey, that's what we're doing right now. I need you to do this, and I had like someone off of that.
Yeah. Sometimes we need that. Like sometimes, you know what I'm saying? We need someone there that can reel us back in. We need someone there that can reel us back in, right? Right, Simon?
Yeah, absolutely. And the idea here is not that we're islands, but
right,
but just that. But there's a deep inherent wisdom that's within you, and the more you focus on, really developing contact with that. People in the healthcare industry, other people around us are necessary. We live in community. We're communal creatures by nature, and that's part of it. And at the same time, there's a way where within us all is a connection to a profound and to a profound level of wisdom that we can tap into to help us through challenging times.
Yes, definitely.
We just learn how to tap into that.
Yeah, and I think, you know what I'm saying, at the end of the day, like, we all, here, I can't speak for everybody else, but I know we all here have a profound passion to help people. We have, and we have a profound passion to help people, no matter what color they are, no matter what religion they are, no matter what creed they are. It doesn't matter for us. And, so when, we're giving this type of information, we want to see people help. We want to see people win. We want you to be able to understand that there are these things that you need to stay connected to as we're hearing all of this information about, being divided and how we can come together. Coming together is awesome. We should come together. We should be one. We should be working towards helping one another. At the same time, we also need to be smart in understanding that it's okay to ask the questions that you need to ask from the people that are serving you. Your doctors, your nurses, your psychiatrists, your peer recovery specialists. See if they align with where you are. Ask them if they're okay with what happened in the Capitol. Ask them. And then you will know whether or what type of care you're truly getting. I mean, I'm just being straight up. I'm being straight up. This is what it is. Because if anybody who tells you that they were okay with them going into the Capitol and trying to freaking hurt people, those are not the same people that are trying. Those are not the people that you want caring for you. That it's okay to make sure that we make an effort to heal ourselves first. Putting yourself first. Making sure that we're doing everything that we possibly can to put ourselves first and taking care of us. Bouncing those things off of other people. If you're feeling like you need to run up to the Capitol to do some stuff, to make people hear you, you might want to bounce that off of a friend, somebody that doesn't share your same views. When I say share your same views, like harming people. And then lastly, so that was what David said. And then lastly, what Simon said is you can trust yourself. You can trust yourself when you're making these sound decisions, not unsound decisions like storming the Capitol, but sound decisions, and just trust yourself and being one with all of this. I think that, Simon and David, out of all of this that has happened thus far, I am truly disappointed as David, and you are, Simon, with regards to how all of this happened, how all of this was, I don't want to talk on theory, so I'm just going to talk on facts. How all of the blatant, systematic racism and the vandalism, all of it. I'm so pissed about it, and I'm so sick of it. We can't continue to talk about moving in the same direction if we're not doing what we need to do to first connect with people that really care for us, and as we care for one another. I know without a shadow of a doubt that if I needed to, I could pick up the phone and talk to Simon about whatever it is that I need to talk to him about, because I know where he stands. I know what he stands for. Same thing for David. I know that if I pick up the phone and call him, I know what he stands for. Guys, wake up. Wake up. Let's start doing what we need to do and start figuring out where people stand, even when it comes to your healing and your wellness and your self-care and the people that are that you have to that are supposed to take care of you. We need to know that. So, all right, I'm going to get off my soapbox because I could go on all day with that.
No, thank you. It's so important to hear. And is now a good time? I would to transition to the meditation.
Yes, I think so. I think so because I'm like so revved up, and I need to kind of like woo-saw now. Yeah, let's
wonderful. So the meditation that I'd like to lead today is a meditation on calling forth the profound wisdom that's within all of us. And essentially, we often talk about in mindfulness and healing circles about an idea of a higher self. Like there are different forces within all of us. There are different voices sort of within all of us, but there's a part of us that's always tapped into profound wisdom, that has a a connection to God, to love, to a power also, and strength, our profound strength, and we call this the higher self. It's your greatest self. Your greatest manifestation of yourself. And so the meditation that I'd like to do is a meditation that's essentially calling forth this higher self of yours to step in this moment and to be the guiding force in your day and in your moment. And this is a meditation. It's can be a short meditation, but it's a powerful way of just ensuring that you're really bringing forth the best of yourself, the truest, most honest, wisest self in any situation. And I do this meditation, oftentimes throughout the day, just for a short, even 3 minutes, in order to ensure that I'm really bringing myself into life in the most positive possible way that I can. So I call it the eagle meditation. I've named the meditations I teach for different animals that embody the principle, and in the meditation, you sort of it's like taking a bird's eye view of your life. So we're down in the trenches, and when you're down in the trenches of life, you can lose perspective a little bit. But if you lift up to your higher self and get a real view from 3 miles up, then you see things in different perspective.
Right.
And so that's the meditation that we'll lead. And the way I'm going to lead it is we'll start by just kind of entering into a meditation state, and then I'm going to offer some prompts. And as I offer those prompts, I invite you to say those prompts to yourself, within yourself, sort of repeat them after I've said them. And as you repeat them, each time, the prompts are sort of similar, but each time I say a prompt, try and say it so you mean it more and more, so that you're really coming in touch with your desire for this higher self to step forward. Okay, so we'll do the meditation now. What I invite you to do is to start by just kind of stretching yourself. We've been sitting for a little while.
Yeah.
You can roll your shoulders. You can roll your neck, letting go of some of the stress here. And we'll take a few deep breaths to clear the air. So breathe deeply, fill your lungs full of as much air as you can. Breathe in, breathe in, breathe in. And when you exhale, you can exhale out of your mouth, making a big sigh. Just Let go of everything. And we'll do that a couple more times. Breathe in, breathe in, breathe in. And exhale. And we'll do one more time. Breathing in, breathing in, breathing in. And exhaling out of the mouth. Now I invite you to close your eyes. And as I said, follow these prompts, repeat these prompts within your own mind as I say them, so that you're really coming in touch with your own desire to summon your higher self. I now set my intention to lift my consciousness to the highest state possible for me in this moment in time. With every inhale, I rise my consciousness higher and higher. I now summon my will to manifest my greatest, highest self. I'm lifting my consciousness to the highest state possible for me in this moment in time. With every fiber of my conscious being, I'm calling forth the greatest degree of awakening that I'm capable of manifesting at this point in time. I'm summoning the deep well of wisdom that is within me, my knowing self. With all of my heart, I'm reaching within myself to connect to my truest self. I'm entering my heart of hearts. Now I encourage you to return your focus to your breath. Feeling the air come in. Feeling the air go out. And when you're ready, you can slowly open your eyes. Thank you very much for joining me for that meditation this morning.
That was awesome. Thank you so much, Simon. That was much needed. And I just want to say to all of you who had a chance to watch this live, there's a few things that I need to say before we leave is, you know, just kind of circling back to what we talked about earlier. Don't fire your doctor. change the person that's caring for you if you feel that they are not if you feel that they are not aligned with your highest and best good. Okay, it's okay to ask questions from those people who serve you. Second, as David pointed out, we have to make sure that we heal ourselves first. And it starts with us. So if you feel like you're getting down or depressed or out about what's going on right now, seek the help that you need. We here at That Is in Life Wellness Foundation, we do provide peer recovery support. So if you're looking to reach out, you can give us a call, or you can also go to our website, which is thatisinlife.org. And then lastly, we're going to hear a lot of information with regards to the division that's going on in our country. And us being divided isn't going to help us. However, there is a necessity when division is possible. I mean, when division is necessary. And division is necessary when it comes to your mental health and you connecting with someone who is okay with racism. And there's no way that they're going to give you the care. There's no way that that their heart is going to allow you to receive the care that you need if they are okay with systematic racism. So trust yourself. Understand that to trust yourself when it comes to knowing what it is that you need. And if you're not sure, bounce it off of someone that is capable of helping you with making those decisions or you having those concerns. I want to say thank you to each and every one of you for joining us on this live. Please don't forget to share and like this video. For those of you who do not know me, my name is PerCilla Zeno. I am the Healing Partner. I am also the author of I Am Healing, the 7 Secrets to Wellness and Self-Care. And I am joining me today is also my co-host Simon.
Hi, I'm Simon Timm. I'm the author of An Introduction to the Self-Salutation, How to Transform Negative Emotions Through Mindfulness Meditation, and the Self-Salutation series. And we're here also with our guest co-host, David Hodge. David?
Guys, I'm David Hodge, peer recovery specialist and volunteer for That Zen Life Wellness Foundation. I just want to say thank you for joining. Please like and share this video. You never know who this information may help.
Yes, and thank you guys so much. Be well, rock on, and most importantly, fill your negative spaces with positively every single thing that you guys need. All right, see you later. See you next week. Bye-bye.
That Zen Life is whole health, wellness, and healing.
That Zen life is definitely recovery.
That Zen Life es comunidad.
That Zen life is self-care.